Hello everybody, Sam Privyet. Today I'm dealing with a faction bug, faction mapping bug. Well, it's a little weird. So, if you see here, we've got a sorceress and a barbarian castle. It's a sorceress's castle, first of all, is what it's shown here. It's shown here as a sorceress's castle. It's showing a sorceress, but the faction here is barbarian somehow. And same here, we have a barbarian. It's showing as a barbarian, but it's a barbarian castle. And, oh, actually, sorry, this isn't showing because that's not the same. This is showing it's a sorceress's castle, and this is showing it's a barbarian castle. And the reason this happens is the indexes from the games in a lot of images and things like this. The first one, 0, is always knights. 3 is always warlocks. And some percentage of the time, the second one is sorceress, and the third one is barbarian, and some percentage of the time, the second one is barbarian, and the third one is sorceress. And so sometimes these, like, I have to insert corrections for these every so often. I have to do a corrective mapping inside the software. And this is just one that either slipped through or got tinkered with in various vibe coding. Because I think I had this working correctly a long time ago, and now it's broken again. So probably the AI did something and said, "Oh, hey, let me just fix this bug while I'm at it," and it wasn't really a bug. So anyway, this is a nice demonstration of the bug here with the basically just the wrong castle is mapped here. Although the game is supposed to, like, this is always the sorceress's castle on Claw, and this always is the thing that's getting spawned in that location. It's being misread as a different type of castle, and misspawned. And so, anyway, I'm saying the map tiles of the castle will usually tell you what type of castle it is, and the locator icon is a sorceress's castle for the barbarian castle. Same for the barbarian castle. It's a sorceress being generated, and it's a sorceress castle. So I highlight the order of locators.icn, which I can just pull that up really fast and show you what that looks like. So we've got in here we've got ourselves all of the folders, and locators is here. So you can see there's this is the castle sorceress barbarian warlock. Castle sorceress barbarian warlock. And so that's the order that I'm specifying. And that also corresponds to the orders of the castle in Town 32, which, if we go have a look at Town 32 inside of... sorry, this is inside of the Heroes AGG file. First you see the Knight Town, then you see the Knight Castle, Sorceress Town, Sorceress Castle. So this is the same order. And then this final one is the Random Castle. That's kind of this purple, and then it says Random Town Castle. Random Castle. So, and I basically just want to correct this. It says, okay, let me look. The root cause is the faction enumeration was changed to Barbarian 1, Sorceress 2, but the Heroes Might and Magic 1 map file format has 1 Sorceress, Barbarian 2. So, and then it uses an explicit remapping switch. So I had fixed it before, and the comment and the function was updated, but the loading code was not. So basically just something slipped through in all of this AI coding. It somehow got broken again. Part of me wants to go back and look at some of my really early builds and make sure that this was actually the the correct case as well. Because I think I was fixing this before when I was doing the quick info menus. So anyway, it made some corrections and made some corrections to the data. And let's just have a quick look at what the build had here. This is fixed spawn bug. This one's called. So let's have a look in 101.495, and let's just have a look at who spawns where. So Warlock in the Warlock's castle, Barbarian in Barbarian's castle. This is looking correct. So we had some enumerations that had gotten swapped around somehow in the course of the vibe coding. And yeah, I'm going to go on to the next bug here, which was the Shipwreck battle UI fixes. So if I did a Shipwreck battle here, I would see something like this, where it doesn't show me what the image was of the artifact that I got. The hero gets 2,000 gold in an artifact, and the artifact is supposed to be in frame, but it's not being drawn. Can we move the number 2,000 up? So we want to move that a little closer. And also let's show that artifact in the frame. So I'm going to load the old build here first to show you the bug quickly. And I think we can go to Archipelago. And that is not the right spawn point for Archipelago, but because there's one where you spawn just above, oh, that was Claw, where you spawn just above a shipwreck. And I think I even have a nice bug in the game where you can land on the shipwreck in the ship and do a ship battle with whichever hero you have. So we'll try once or twice more to generate. We basically want to be the Warlock in Archipelago here. This one. Well, it's not, I guess it's not the Warlock, but you see a little bit of the shipwreck here, right there. So let's build the shipyard. Build a ship. It's a little off from where it is, but that doesn't matter. And then the next day we're gonna go over here and fight some ghosts and just see what happens here. Yes, and we're gonna skip the battle. And yep, here's the bug reproduced, right? So we went through, it's not finding the artifact shown, and it's because it's writing it as 0xFF, which is an empty artifact. So it basically just doesn't look anything up because it's an empty artifact. So it goes through and it's being always reset to 0xFF when it's opened. And I should have looked and seen what artifact she was granted, because she was granted an artifact. We just didn't know which one it was. So let's see here. Okay, this fixed a bunch of different things, but let's first check the Archipelago. So this is probably the end build of what I finished at the end of this chat session. Oh, that was Claw. I'll sometimes do that. Archipelago. Nope, still not the right spawn point. Here we go. We got a sorceress again. Oh, we don't have money this time because I also dropped the, so I was testing the Daemon cave. What happens if you don't have enough money, but you say yes to paying the 2,500 gold ransom? And so I stopped the ability, well, I basically just removed all the gold that you get at the beginning, or that I have a huge amount of testing gold for building whatever I want to test the structures. And okay, let's see what we get. Yep, we got the Ballista of Quickness. So There we go. And it seems like I frequently get that from the shipwreck, so it's probably seeded, and I probably need to remove the seed from the random number generation. Just like every week, the Cyclops growth is +5. That's also probably because of seeded random number generation. I'll go through and fix that later. But let's see what else is going on here. So we fixed that. It will have fixed the graveyard, and the Daemon cave was never broken because it used a different version. Oh, it said Graveyard Variant 3 had the same bug as Shipwreck and is now fixed. So we can quickly do a graveyard run here and see what we get. This is probably not anything because it was just the 2 ghosts. If we get the one of the graveyard variants will give you more ghosts, and thus this probably won't either. Okay, we'll try once more and then I'll just give up and move on. But this is Astra. No, we're just getting the 2 ghosts. So, well, anyway, call it untested, but it's probably fine. The Daemon Cave, when the hero is held hostage for 2,500 gold, they can say yes or no. If they say no, the hero is eaten and dismissed. The hero selects yes, but cannot afford to pay. The hero is slashed and is also dismissed and sent to the end of the hero queue. He needs to dismiss the hero, put them back in the general hero queue at the end. I just tested it and it gives the right message, but the hero is not dismissed if they select yes, but don't have enough gold. If they select no, they should also be dismissed. They remain on the map. The kill fade sound didn't play. Their movement went to 0, and the hero only disappeared on the new day. So I get, this is actually a little harder to demonstrate, but I have to go into Badlands where there's like 4 or 5 Daemon caves in the desert and run around, and that's what I did to test this. And what would happen is the hero would get eaten and would just the sprite would still be there. They would disappear from the locator, but the sprite would still be there. And so I was basically seeing other bugs with hero dismissal. If you dismiss a hero while the hero's in the castle, their portrait disappears from the locator. Like this, I could actually probably show you. Maybe it's here. Let's just like load up Claw. And see, we have a hero that's in the castle. Well, let's dismiss him. And he's still in the castle, see? And we can't recruit another hero. So what do we do? What do we do in that case? Maybe nope, he's still there. So we're sort of okay. Suddenly we were able to click on that, even though it said we're not able to. We were able to. So that's the answer for that. But that was the bug that we were dealing with. And I can show you another thing here. If I use, let's say, a lot of his movement, and so he doesn't have any movement, and I dismiss, he's still there, right? And then we go here, and let's say we recruit Kelsen. Kelsen doesn't have any movement points suddenly, so the movement points aren't getting reset correctly either. So that's the bug that I'm trying to fix here. Talking about their movement points, talking about the hero still being there, and then I also want to double check that when the hero is dismissed, they're added to the end of this general hero pool queue, which I describe in my hero pool cpp/h files. So it said something I didn't like. I forget what it was here, but I called it out, and let's take a look. Or maybe it couldn't find what was in map and render map and route, so I threw in those files. That's where it was looking for, because I believe the hero movement points, I'm tracking them in data structure that's inside map. That's map is where initialize game happens as well. One of the slight dangers of vibe coding is you do get well, sort of weird legacy quirks in some of your architecture, and this is probably one of them. Like, I feel like maybe the initialize game should be after the map is loaded or something like that, but it seemed like a good idea at the time to just initialize the game when you're loading the map. And I'm maybe I can go in and refactor that out later, but maybe. So there's this ghost hero in the castle, the demon cave no path, demon cave can't afford yes path. The hero movement is never zeroed on dismiss, and the hero return to castle is left stale after dismiss. I don't know if I recall what that means, but anyway, it went through, made some changes. And then I asked it some questions about the Daemon Cave variant A because I didn't like how the text was being displayed because it was on a single line. So then we came up with this way to wrap the text, and I went in and tinkered with that in the event CPP, and looks like a lot of this was fixed. We documented it, but I did notice that when you revisit the Daemon Cave, you first get this dialog box again, same as the first visit, but clicking on the yes button takes you to the revisited text. So what was happening is the Daemon Cave would give you, well, after you visited, it says, oh, there was evidence of a great battle here. And that's what you would get if you're revisiting and you click yes. And so it had somehow dropped this first dialog box, or this first confirmation dialog box, I guess you might call this. Actually, no, what is a yes? There's confirmation dialog would just be an okay, like that's just a notification. But basically this decision dialog box, you're supposed to get this whether it's your first visit or your last visit. You have no idea what you're dealing with. So if you click yes and someone's already been there, then you get the evidence of a great battle, and and basically nothing happens. But if it's your first visit, then you go through the path of the 4 potential things that can happen. So I talk about the globally visited flag here because it is going through this logic here. It isn't sure about something, and it really did a lot of thinking on this. And I didn't like what it said, so I basically set it straight here, and then it says clear. Okay, great. It's got it. Talks about the different possibilities. And then it updated my events.md. So we can go back here, but let's actually just look at the castle bug and just see if the castle dismiss bug was fixed. So go use some of my movement points. We can't dismiss him like this, but if we go here, we can dismiss him, and he's now gone. That's correct. We don't have enough money to recruit a new hero, so that's also an issue. Should have waited 2 days to test that. But I think it looks better. So we'll just do another 2 days. We'll dismiss Astra here. So yeah, Astra's the angry sorceress. Yep, that's fixed. And yep. Oh, I didn't check the movement points, but well, let's give it a quick check. Pretty close to the end of the video here, so this will just take another second. All right, we need to reset for 3 days, get enough gold to... Actually, we can probably pick up some gold here. That'll save us. All right, so he's got about half movement points. Let's dismiss Castor. And let's recruit somebody and see how many they've got full movement points there. Yep, so that bug was fixed too. So yeah, this was fixing some Daemon cave stuff, but also this weird like movement point hero dismissal bug. And it could be that on the hero screen, if the hero's in the castle entrance, that dismiss button should be blocked. And I suppose we can actually just quickly check this in the game. It's very fast. Let's see if we get the long intro or the short intro. We got the short intro. That's good. So yep. Nope. So that's actually not a bug that you can dismiss the hero when they are in the castle. You can't, if you enter the hero screen from inside the castle screen, the dismiss button's not there. But if you enter the hero screen while they are outside of the castle, that's when you can dismiss them while they're located in the castle. But that's not a bug. We fixed the other bug where there was sort of this ghost hero, and we fixed the shipwreck bug with this artifact display not showing. So lots of little minor bug fixing things that had to get done, but it's important. It's important.